Hello and welcome to the second chapter in this microeconomics course. In this short video I'll introduce the different concepts which I'll be covering in the chapter, as well as explaining why markets and market determined prices are so important. The first important concept that needs to be discussed is relative prices. When studying and applying economic theory, we do not use normal prices as you might see in the shops. I'll explain why this is the case towards the end of this video. The second and third videos will introduce the concepts of demand and supply. These two concepts are so important that if you teach a parrot how to say them, you have an economist. The fourth video will combine all the concepts above to help explain and illustrate how markets determine prices and why prices fluctuate up and down. The last video in this chapter will discuss the mechanisms through which markets determine prices and the importance of understanding what is actually causing price levels in markets to change. Let's quickly discuss what we mean when we say a market. Most people will think of a marketplace with stalls where you can sell goods and buy goods. This is correct. There are many different types of marketplaces. Places or services such as shopping malls and markets, online stores, online marketplaces like eBay, or communities like Craigslist, and even the stock market are all considered marketplaces. What's important is that there are buyers who are willing to buy at different price levels, and there are sellers who are willing to sell at different price levels. If there is a match in the willingness of a seller to sell with a buyer's willingness to buy, then a transaction will take place. Buyers can also learn about what is available to buy, and sellers can learn from buyers what they want most. So a lot of information gathering takes place at marketplaces. One of the most important things buyers and sellers will try to understand is the price at which to buy or sell goods and services. When making purchasing decisions, we also consider strongly the price we need to pay. But in reality, we're actually comparing the relative price of a good. In our minds, we're deciding if the good or service is worth its price based on the benefit we'll receive from it and what else we could buy with the same money. In economics, we tend to ignore actual monetary price values. The money price of a good is the amount of money in pounds, euros, or dollars needed to buy that good. The problem with only considering money prices is that we don't take into consideration the opportunity cost of that money, or what else that money could have been used for. For example, if I told you that a can of Fanta costs $50, you would probably think that this is quite expensive. But what if I told you that it is the year 2040 and that the cost of a can of cola was $50 and that bottled water cost $65, or that orange juice costs $85? All of a sudden, the Fanta no longer seems that expensive. In fact, it's the same price as cola, which is what we find in stores today. So in terms of making purchasing decisions, relative price matters more than the money price, and it is for this reason why most graphs or theories in economics use relative prices of relative goods. So all we need to know is whether the cost of a can of Fanta is equal to a can of cola, and if not, by how much more or how much less, not the actual money amount. Now that we've covered some basics, let's look at demand, what drives it, and how to graphically illustrate it.